Welcome to Big Thoughts, Small Talks, Episode 1. I'm your host, Jordan Ogren. In this episode, we will be going over who. Next couple weeks, we'll be touching on the 4 other W's and kind of exploring more about me as we explore into the world together. As you can tell from the title, it's going to be large thoughts compressed into a short 9 to 11 minute speech by me. Okay. So who am I? Well, I can answer that a couple ways. I'm a 21-year-old male. I don't play any sports. I am not completely out of shape, but I'm not in shape. I like to drink coffee, and I like to take walks on the beach. All right, now that I know me, now that you know me, please drop down in the comments, who are you? I'd love to link up with anybody. Not link up, just talk, right? Person to person, people to people. All right. So now why I did this is who is a big question, not in who am I, but what is my purpose? I hear this question quite a bit. Rolling up the sleeves, it's a little hot. We're going to be doing most of the podcasts in an attic, not really an attic, upstairs, but it's hot. No windows open for sound. It's going to be raw talent in here. A lot of sweat. Okay, so we get the question, what's my purpose? I don't think we can answer that question without answering the first question is, who am I, right? Because I can't go out and achieve something if I don't know what I should be achieving, right? Because somebody's destiny is going to be not the same as my destiny if I was raised on a farm, right? I mean, okay, we'll go back to who I am a little bit more. I'm from the Upper Peninsula. Now, I doubt you know where that is, and let's probably try to keep it that way for the longest. I will not be here for that much longer, and hopefully never return. Hopefully no UP lovers that are listening to this one. It's hot up here, but I'm giving you everything I got. So I live in Escanaba, Michigan. I guess I forgot to tell you where the Upper Peninsula was, right? It's by Canada. You guys know where that is, hopefully. Opposite side of Mexico. All right. Now, the whole purpose, right, is we have to know who we are, what we're supposed to do. And now, many times, people like to say things like, well, I'm this way, I'm that way, right? Now, I don't completely believe that. I think that is a mental state and usually immobilizing us into believing that we're stuck that way, furthermore, never entering into change. But I also feel that as humans, we need to understand what our weaknesses and the things we have around us that are bringing us down that we shouldn't have around us. Now, I'm not really speaking to any people who drink alcohol, do anything like that, all right? That's major. What I'm speaking on now is closer to us. I'm talking about our family and our friends. Now, a lot of people don't think that their family and their friends really have much impact on them. And there's some people who maybe blame them for all of their problems or their success. But if they blame for their success, that's not a bad thing. But a lot of people are stuck in a position, stuck in a place in their life. Maybe they don't know who they are because this person hasn't done that for them. They haven't found this role yet, right? But I fully believe that while we keep friends around us that also don't know their purpose, that also do not have any real motion in their life to find out who they are, where they're going, it's hard for ourselves to find out where we're going if we're constantly with those people, I think. Many times we think that who we surround ourselves with doesn't really define us. And I remember my father used to tell me a story, and he said, show me your 4 closest friends and I'll show you who you are. And, 11-year-old Jordan laughed that off. Now looking back on it, it is very true. Monkey do, monkey see, right? Now it's actually monkey see, monkey do, but the same thing is true. We see and we do as we see. So if I'm constantly surrounded by people who don't do, I see no do, so I shall no do, okay? So it's very simple in that aspect. I think they are responsible for our success. Obviously, I think more family, because you can't just X out a family. You can, that's a little reckless. I don't really advise it. I think you should stay within bounds with blood. But I think water is where you really can get the biggest advancements in who you are and finding that. You find a bunch of people who are constantly searching that question, what am I supposed to be doing? Where am I going? Sooner or later, you're going to ask those same questions and be forced into thinking, what am I doing? And that's never a bad question to ask. And that kind of goes into sometimes we got to restart, and I found that personally with my own, not success, I haven't had much of that, but just with my own personal success, I feel once I restarted, now this was physical, emotional, friends, everything, right? We just take a step back and we say, the old is over, right? And let's embark on the new. Now, the new does not, I'm with this guy since he was my high school. No, we do not need high school friends or friends from this baseball team that we used to play when we were 23 and now we're 30. No, we need to always have people in our lives that we add value to first. But secondly, and most importantly, they add quality value back to us, right? Now, there's no point for me to add value to your life, time, anything of that is value, right? For you to give me none of that value back. That would be pointless. That would be a waste of time. And I personally believe that time is one of the most valuable essence of the world because you can't ever get time. I could go to the bank or the gas station, hit the lottery for 44 million. I can't go to the gas station, hit the lottery for 45 million more years, right? Pretty cool if that was possible, but it's not. So we need to realize that the friends that we're wasting time with are going to be the friends that we're broke with in the future. Now, if that's where you want to go, that is fine. That's okay. If that's who you are, if that's what you can live with, hey, more power to you. Now, another thing with restarting is usually we don't restart if we think everything's great, right? And it may be all great, but if we don't think there's a problem, if we don't see something that can be improved, right? Just like the same people never thought computers would be useful that use typewriters, right? We won't use those. But what are we using now? I mean, we're on tablets, we're on everything, right? So I think we have to restart to really feel again, right? And I see this with relationships a lot. Now, not restart the relationship, but just restart your feelings, right? Because many times we get stuck into this facade of love, right? I love this person, I love that person. Let's restart, right? Let's take ourselves out and let's just see it for what it is, right? From somebody else's view. Oh, all these people do is just post pictures on Instagram. Maybe they're not actually really dating like they say they are, right? Let's let everybody else around us, let's see it through their eyes and then make a conscious decision on what we're doing, right? So if I got a friend that constantly is like, yo, can I get $15? Can I get $11? Sooner or later, I have to step out of my friendship, even though we've been friends, my mom and his mom are best friends. I had to step out and realize this guy's taking $150 from me, and what has he done? Now, I'm not talking money every time, right? It could be rides to school. It could be helping someone with homework that never does anything for you, right? We have to look at it in every aspect. What are we doing, and can we be doing it better? And personally, this is going to sound crazy, but I love failure. Because failure is the quickest way to restart, right? We instantly realize, man, that didn't work. Let's do a 180, right? Maybe a 270, right? It depends on where we're going. But when we fail, we instantly know, whoa, that didn't work, right? Like Thomas Edison, he instantly knew every failure, boom, 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 that didn't work. What if Thomas Edison got stuck on that 15th failure, right? And that's the thing is we have to love failure to the point that we will get to 999th failure and we're so excited for that millionth failure. Not the 1,000th, not the next one because we know there's so many, but with failure comes ultimate great growth. And I think easily for a lot of people that are weak-minded, that don't really think they can change, I'd say go fail quite a bit and understand that change comes through failure, right? Because any experienced person that does something knows that when they first started, they weren't that good. All right. So easily failure is a key to find yourself, right? Once we're at rock bottom, you hear that a lot. I found myself when I had no one left. So it's an easy way. Another way easily not to find out who you are is to focus on others. Many times I hear this and that. They're dating this person. Do you see what their car is like? I just want to step out and say, what does it matter? You know, we have enough food on our own plate. Why are we looking at other plates trying to ask, do we want that? And this comes with jealousy, envy, greed, a lot of different things when we're focused on others. And now there's a thin line when we can focus too much on ourselves and become very selfish. Now, that is life, though. Life is a constant pull from one extreme to the other, right? And we have to balance. Now, we will never be balanced, but we are constantly trying to balance every day, every second, every minute, right? So if we're focusing on others, we're not balancing at all, right? We're most likely leaving our own problems to embark on someone else's journey. Another reason why soaps on TV or reality TV shows are great, right? It lets us leave. Let's just take a trip. But sometimes we need to not take a trip. Sometimes we need to focus on what's going on in our life. What kind of crap, what kind of poop we got building up that we got to take rid of, okay? And I think that's the biggest thing I see a lot of people struggle with is the focusing on others part. Now, that was it. Quick and short, right? Big thoughts, small talks. Now that I told you who I am, I would love for you to tell me who you are. Like I said earlier in the comments, drop a subscription down below. These are going to be weekly podcasts. It's great. I hope you tune in next week. Have a nice week, and God bless America.